Hello guys, this is Wilmer and Ellie from Caribe Coffee Company, and it's June. We will talk about what happened during May situation. Has been
Very
a little bit
busy,
chaotic.
yeah. So we launched the new season of Married to the Boss, which is me and Wilma, not just about business and the coffee business, but how we work as a family, bringing up two kids with very different needs. And how we run that alongside. So if you want to hear more about Peppa Pig and us arguing, then that is definitely the podcast for you. But this is the newsletter for the coffee. So on top of launching the podcast, we've also been focusing on a new media marketing campaign, and we've had a visit from Joe, the videographer. So yeah.
Yeah, that has been fantastic. So I think we what we're trying to do eventually is to reach out more national customers, which have been done from the beginning of a business. We started in local markets and eventually we grew up that national after Dragon's Den, and in that come a lot of complex situations of dealing with marketing, visuals, audios, all the stuff, and Joe is a big part of a business.
Well, and yet we try to sort of be very streamlined with our marketing budget because we would rather pay farmers more, obviously.
Yes.
So we work really well with Joe, who's our videographer, who, I don't know, he seems to be able to take bits of and just put stuff together and make art. He is very creative. You're totally right. So that was the main focus of May, but then it was massively interrupted. Yeah. BBC called at the very start of May and said they were going to replay our Dragon's Den episode either on, was it the 2nd or the 16th?
Yeah.
And then me checked the BBC iPlayer schedule, and it was on there. So then we were like, let's email everybody and make sure that everyone can get their coffee in before it goes crazy. So thank you for everybody doing that, because it had helped with us organising a lot, and it meant that we weren't stressing about our regular customers getting their coffee. Yeah. But yeah, it was good, wasn't it? It finally come out on the 16th. We had that setback. Because Panorama released an undercover show about carbon credits, which was
very interesting. Yeah.
It was basically saying that a lot of the new tree planting companies are very much not as sort of straightforward as you would think, which we sort of knew that anyway.
Can I say it? It's more like they say, and it's all bullshit in majority, because they're overselling credit card boards, and big companies spending millions and millions just to look good in paper, but they're not doing the right thing, which we have been saying that from the beginning, in the sense of we prefer to
look after the ancient
directly,
forests,
to the farmers, and being transparent with you as well.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we're very proud of what we're achieving. Hopefully you are too. So obviously we got loads of new customers. Dragon's Den did what it always does, which is it's amazing marketing. And then we got amazing feedback. I would say 99% 5 and 4 stars. So thank you for any new customers. We did get a couple of 1 stars, which again, that happened last time.
Yep.
New demographic, new types of coffee drinkers come forward. They may be like dark roast or Italian roast, which obviously we don't provide that. So some people come back and
saying that they don't like the coffee, which is okay. If you don't like Caribe coffee or coffee, we know that our coffee is different because we know it's quality, we know it's better. So a lot of people, depends what your test spot are using as well. And if you have been drinking instant coffee for a long time and you just switch to a specialty coffee, which will be more flavorful, like less bitter, like and more pleasant to drink, you will find it like, it tastes like water, but it doesn't taste like water, it tastes lighter. So it is whatever you're used to, so you will need to take a good time to transition. And once you try good coffee, it will be hard to go to really bad coffee. I guarantee you that. And we know that.
Well,
so it's okay if you not drink the coffee, just let's find something that suits you better.
Exactly. So yeah, we do expect that. And actually we publish all of our 1-star reviews. So all the ones that you see are all the ones that we have. So crack on and have a look through them. But yeah, one of the proudest things that we achieved in May was we went to London for 2 reasons. Or 3 actually, but one was for a passport thing. But we were invited down by Small Business Britain to attend a small green business report, and they sort of published some information that they gathered alongside an Oxford University, things like they'd found 42% of small businesses are aware of the government's net zero agenda, but that's pretty rubbish, 42%. So there's another 58% of people who have no idea or what's going on really. So there's a lot more work to be done working on small business particularly. But what was really nice is they asked us to do a Q&A session as a representatives family business that have started with the right foot forward.
Yep.
It was fun, wasn't it?
It was really good actually, because technically we can tell people our story and our journey most as a coffee company, but I think it's not a right recipe, right? So everybody trying to listen to us and probably will say we can copy, but it's different for everybody. It's just our personal recipe that is.
And actually that's one of the things that they did talk about is they took us through somebody setting up a coffee shop business, which is really interesting, and how they can go different ways of whether they can be like really green tech and use composting and hydroponics well, not those type of hydroponics, but to create a very technologically advanced but green product, or the other way and do lots of community work and setting up small gardens and making own veg and stuff. So there's loads of different options for small and family businesses to develop their green side, and it's not binary either. It's you just get started and keep going basically.
Yeah, and then it's like will be hard. That's the
it is hard, it is hard. And then the other reason we were in London was we visited the ambassador of Honduras, who is a massive fan of our coffee. Like we said last month, they had our coffee at the Easter banquet. So he kindly kept us. Is that the invite, or is that
this
the
is
sort
the menu? And
the menu.
Honduran coffee has been served.
And he highlighted that Honduran coffee section. And then he also gave us a list of the people that had attended, including the Right Honourable Lord Cameron and, I don't know, some Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Developmental Affairs.
Quite big though.
Essentially all the ambassadors to the UK were there, which is such an honour for us,
around 500 people in that. I mean, diplomats and corps and politicians, like, so you drink the same coffee as,
and we heard there was really good feedback, so that's good. We were getting feedback from Ambassador Romero about how that went, and it was also really nice to be in the ambassador's office. We were drinking coffee together, and I just thought it was so cool, and you have to answer this. So we were drinking coffee from a cafetiere, which we're used to, but Ivan drinks it from like really small glasses that are like espresso, but they're tall and thin, and so you would serve it in, obviously it's black, no sugar, because these Latinos are hardcore with their coffee, and you would have a little cup of coffee, and then you would top up I think it's almost like the way we have tea here, you have a pot of tea and then you feed from the tea. I really liked it. Is that common in Honduras?
Well, normally you have a short, thick black coffee in Honduras, so instead to have like a many, it's more like, like you say, like probably tea routine for you. But
and it is more of it felt like a bit of a ceremony, so.
Well, but probably he did it more for us like that, but it's like, for Honduras, you get like a smaller cup, but like really strong. Like you get it from the caffeine. So.
Nice.
And also he was talking about the little bag that we use in Honduras. I don't know, can I show it?
Yeah.
So we have in Honduras we say like a pour over system. This is in Honduras. It's a fiber. It's like muslin cloth. You call
muslin, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's how we create our own system.
None of this fancy schmancy.
No, we don't
just
need fancy
bit of
machines
muslin cloth
to
and
create
some
coffee.
Yeah, when you've got good coffee though. Doesn't matter.
Yes,
and then what was really exciting was Ambassador Romero wants us to organise a cupping session. Well, we've got a lot of new coffees coming that we're working directly with the farmers again. So when they come in, we're going to go down to London, and he's going to organise an event for us to do a cupping session with some of his colleagues, diplomats, which we're very excited about. So we'll obviously keep you up to date with that. And then with regards to cupping sessions, is that something that we're going to...
Yeah, we had planned to have a couple sessions in the local town in Morpeth, and eventually invite any customer who can come.
Maybe explain what cupping is.
So coffee cupping is pretty much sampling black coffee in the pure itself and the pure flavor. So you will pick all the flavors, all the notes, and kind of to understand what is the personality of that coffee individually. So Cupping is pretty much like trying wine. I don't know what's the word for wine.
Just wine tasting. I don't think there's a special word.
But the word cupping has been added into coffee testing. Would be cupping coffee.
Cupping coffee.
Cupping coffee.
So again, when we wanted to start start thinking about one this month, but it just went a bit crazy.
We have a schedules and all the stuff. So we will probably launch it on the website, so you'll be able to buy your space, and that space pretty much will be to cover all the expenses, so the location, all the coffee, and you will get hopefully we plan to give a bag of coffee to go home. So it's nothing to make money; it's more to give you the experience to our customers, whoever want to.
Yeah, but because I didn't know this, but it's learning about where your different flavor receptors are in your mouth, because there's different ones at the front compared to the back and under the tongue. And it's about sampling the coffee and using your mouth as a way to really enjoy and understand what you're drinking and bring in another layer of enjoyment.
Yeah, and we'll be a reference to it. So because Ellie will have different reference than I do, because we are for completely different countries. That's understandable. So she will name something that's like
molasses.
Yeah, well, that's the,
I love molasses.
Molasses, we drink molasses tea. I don't know. You have molasses tea? No. So yeah, it's like so the reference. She will name something. I will name something different, but in the sense, it's the same notes that we're looking for. So
we'll try and make it more fun as well, because I think wine tasting's a little bit like, this is what it tastes like. If you can't taste it, you're out. But I think
don't give the secrets to how we're doing it, so people can come and see it, experience it.
It's to enjoy it.
Yes,
anyway, so hopefully local guys will see you there. If you're not local, you're more than welcome to come anyway. It's just more of a trip. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next month. Thanks a lot.